All systems looking good, boss.
can I help you with? Something you need?
Hello, Captain.
Something bothering you, Andreja?
Yes, actually. I am surprised you noticed. You have quite the talent for reading people's current mood from afar.
Comes with the territory, I suppose. Care to share your troubles?
I am concerned with how the rest of Constellation perceives my presence. Regardless of how I present myself, I feel as though they're looking at me with disdain, rather than comradeship.
Honestly, I think you're being a bit paranoid. Everyone I've spoken to has nothing but complimentary things to say about you.
If that is truly the case, why do I often find myself excluded from other members' activities and gatherings?
Having someone from House Varun among us is a new experience. I'm certain they're unsure if you even wish to be approached at all. Give them time, Andreja. They'll come around. I promise. You've got something for me?
Their grab drive.
Grab drive down! We can't jump! You're in over your head! Ah! That can be arranged. You take care out there.
The Embassy District is a controversial place. 3 bickering houses all on the same street. The trees here are quite beautiful. They remind us how important it is to slow down and take a breath. I could try the Aquila City Shuffle. After all, filibustering for attention is my specialty. Guard! Guard! I'd like to report a crime.
Okay. What's the crime?
A crime of passion.
Is there a body?
Oh, yes. There is most certainly a body. There can't be a crime without a body.
Okay, but if there's a crime scene, we might need to bring in a blood spatter expert.
There's no blood. Why would there be blood?
You said this was a crime of passion.
Oh, did I say passion? I meant a crime of fashion. Your uniform is hideous, and I would like to report.
Get the hell out of my sight.
I'm a student of history, which also makes me a student of war, schemes, and betrayal. Good day. Diplomacy will never die. Questions?
Yes? If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby. The Vanguard exam? Just press the option for the Vanguard Orientation Hall in the elevator. Take care now.
Grew up in Neon, so I get big cities. But one clean enough to eat off the pavement? That's new.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
What? One of the displays broken? I'll call up to maintenance.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more: independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
I am beginning to find this presentation reductive and annoying. Did you need something? That is all? Very well.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. For the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remained, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space. Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs. Even bioengineered alien creatures. The infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
I suspect many in the Freestar Collective would take issue with the way the colony war is represented here.
were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinium? Gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off too lightly.
All 4 of my last science papers have been on terramorphs.
A different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable.
I really hope this is just...
Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day. After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
After everything, it is almost impossible to believe that the armistice happened. But I admit I am glad it did. Settled systems have benefited.
I'm not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what, but they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them clean.
world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
I'm not supposed to be giving opinions on this stuff, but the UC's in a lot better hands these days than back before they signed the armistice.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies. Brought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related resources.
This assignment isn't glamorous, but it sure beats patrols.
My family, look, you didn't hear it from me, but I got a tip. There's a way to hack the Vanguard exam. Get yourself a better score. You enlisting too? I've always wanted to live in New Atlantis, but they only let citizens buy property, so here I am.
Signing up for the Vanguard? I really hope all this historical junk isn't gonna be on the test. You been through the exhibit? UC certainly likes to talk about itself, huh?
Nothing to see in there except chairs.
Redcliffe's requests are so over the top. Is she just toying with us? He said what? That's gonna set back negotiations.
Hello.
It's in all our best interest to set aside differences. Try to work together as much as we can. It's hard to do this job day after day and not come away from it increasingly cynical. I'll do my best, but...
Okay, need to make sure.
McIntyre's gonna have my ass if I can't find that file. Just once, they could assign me to Neon. That's not too much to ask. Why can't they just sign off on the quarterly budget already? We should just close out the Varun files. Waste of drive space. Where is the background research on that guy? I know we sent someone to look into it. The chief is never going to approve this deal. Wonder if I can propose some alternatives. Strategic assets? Ugh, more like financial black hole. I don't know why we keep funding that.
Okay. Hello. He said what? Oh, that's gonna set back negotiations.
Yeah?
Just once they could assign me to Neon. That's not too much to ask.
Excuse me? We should just close out the Varun files. Waste of drive space.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Another day, another credit. I'm so excited to see Tony after work. Well, you know, it's one of those days where all I can think about is food. Wonder if my boyfriend will take me to Chunks later. I cleaned up a kid's vomit today. 4th time this week. Don't be a stranger.
even if diplomacy has ended for now. It may not have been their intention, but it represents hope.
You're out there a lot, right? In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those spacers. Ah, scum of the galaxy.
Ah, yes. They build a monument to the people they love. I cannot help but notice that the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
Only those with an appointment are allowed inside the embassy. Welcome to the Free Star Embassy. Is there something I can help you with? Typical UC security. They try to bully us every chance they get and still manage to play the victim. I'll get this squared away with the folks down at the spaceport. Thanks for letting us know. Don't you worry. I'll have our people go and fetch the representative. The guards will check you at the elevators. Try not to make a fuss.
No, Lord, unless you've got embassy business, I suggest you mosey along. Nobody sees the ambassador without an appointment, and you don't have one.
No chit-chat on duty.
Not supposed to be talking to you.
No funny stuff with that booty pack. Not enough.
Hi. How you doing?
But especially that. You really can't complain about something.
The majority of citizens here in New Atlantis count on Reliant Medical. I believe our reputation speaks for itself. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or... So, what brings you in today? Oh my, it's a good thing you came in to see me. All right, we'll clean. Everything looks good. All right, what can I do for you? Well, you certainly do need a doctor, don't you? I can't say you won't feel anything, but you'll be better off in the long run. Good as new. Take care of yourself. We offer only the best care at New Atlantis.
With the consignment shop.
Keeper Aquilus delivered what was by all accounts.
You know, just by walking through that door, you've shown you make good decisions. There's something to be said for brand loyal. Only the finest collection of armaments in the settled systems.
definitely better than the last Interceptor.
But why did they replace the handler? I thought the actress was amazing.
She turned him down. She apparently signed on to do some Shakespeare film. King Lear, I think.
How many damned versions of Shakespeare do we need? I mean, after Kincaid's King Lear, why bother, right?
Huh? You have hidden depths, my friend. I find Shakespeare just hard to follow. Language is dense.
I'm going to watch Return of the Interceptor again tomorrow. It's so good.
In the last action sequence, the Interceptor's actor really did break his leg. Return of the Interceptor is going to sweep the awards this year. Mark my words.
I think the Interceptor franchise is set up for bigger and better after that movie. Sometimes a classic is perfect. They should stop just pumping out a new take.
I find Shakespeare just hard to follow. Language is...
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
You've been loafing around the house all day.
I've been reading. It's good stuff. It's about...
You should get some exercise. Sweetie, I was just thinking of you. You never knew your gran-gran, but she's about the only one like you in my whole family tree. Left home at an early age. Well, ran away, really. Became a UC Marine, if you can believe it. You would know better than I. I only met Grandma a few times. Oh, she was fierce. I swear, her eyes almost glowed. Every time I saw her, she'd drill me on math. If I got her questions correct, she'd give me a treat. Once, I got them all right and answered her bonus question, and she smiled. The only time I ever saw her do that. Most formidable woman I have ever met. You're right, you're right. Well, I was going through storage, and I found her old armor. I think she'd like you to have it. You have that same thing. You're forging your own path, not just letting life toss you this way and that. It's a family heirloom, and it's perfect. It goes to you. Oh, enough of this. I don't want to make a scene. You need anything, sweetie? Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation. Well, one of your old classmates made... Their father was bragging. Now that we're both retired, you mean? Dance lessons, vacation... But it's nice to have time to do both, though. Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious. Regina, the president of...
Oh, I know all about her.
Well, she's making me redo the whole report from scratch because she gave me the wrong information.
You worked on that for days.
I know. I swear next election, I'm stepping down. I can't stand her.
Are we looking for solutions or sympathy?
What? Oh, what's this about?
Fred from the poker group said 90% of all marital strife would go away if you just know whether you need to offer help or a friendly ear.
Fred's a wise man. I suppose sympathy.
Then that Regina is a monster. There ought to be a law.
Damn straight. Flamenco.
What? Who?
Flamenco.
Just
of course
so
it
you know,
was. Oh, I was so proud. My child, on the news. As soon as I saw that story, I talked with Linda. You know Mrs. Ming across the hall, and she didn't believe me. Might save your dad from having a heart attack.
Nice to see you, son. Tell me, are you doing well? And none of that, I'm fine, Dad. Really, answer. How are you? To be young and have the whole world in front of you. All your adventures. There are so many. It's dizzying to keep track of. It worries your mother that one day you might take on more than you can deal with. Is it worth it? All that risk and danger? It most certainly does. I got some years on you. My guiding star has always been, find something you believe in and fight for it. For me, it's you and your mother. Every time big life decisions came up, that's what made it easy. What would be best for all of us? If you can strip away everything and answer that one question, well, it helped me. I could see that. It's nice to have you home. Stay as long as you like. Where's the tissue paper?
You don't know where that is?
I knew where it was. Top shelf of the pantry. But it's not there anymore.
No, I moved them to the bottom shelf.
Checking it out, seeing if it's worth it.
Like someone who has many stories to tell.
Hey, we were running low on foodstuffs, so I went ahead and placed another order.
Really? Huh. We'll have to see if that's a long-term trend. Maybe account for it better in the standard shipments.
I can just file the invoices when they come in if you want.
Thank you, but that won't be necessary. We have a system for a reason.
Sure. Just figured I'd offer. There's a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something on display.
No, Amory, I am Gerhard. We've been partners for 10 years. Do you need a visit tonight?
Hilarious. Truly, you missed your calling as a comic. I remembered his name. It's Curtis.
I have no idea what we're talking about right now.
The hauler from Sidonia, the one that got his ship blown up by the Crimson Fleet? We were talking about it, but I couldn't remember his name. Well, I remembered. His name was Curtis.
I am so relieved, mate. Please.
If it belongs on your ship, then I'm sure we have it for sale. Oh, please, take a look. Appreciate the business. Hey, we were running low on food stuff, so I went ahead and placed another order.
And
Really?
my mother wanted me to be a doctor.
We'll have to see if that's a long-term
A doctor?
Yes? Did you need me to carry something for you? Indeed I do. All yours. So, yes.
Got a call, someone's power kept going out? Who it was?
Of course the United Colonies is paying close attention. Heaven forbid something escaped their notice.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple...
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know. Hello. I am happy to help shoulder the load. Goodbye.